It's no stretch to say that since basketball started being played regularly on the Olympic stage in 1936, Team USA has been head and shoulders above every other team up to this very moment. In 19 Olympic appearances, this juggernaut of a nation has 1 bronze, 1 silver, and 16 gold medals in this event. Most fans of the game would say that the zenith of Team USA basketball came back in 1992, where the Dream Team steamrolled the entire planet with a whopping 350-point differential over 8 games. However, in recent years, the overwhelming growth of the global game has seen the upper echelon of NBA talent start to be dominated by players born outside of the United States. Most people would agree that the best player in the world is either a guy from Greece, Cameroon, Serbia, or Slovenia, and an honorable mention to some guy from Canada. And that's raised some questions about America's reign over the sport of basketball. But luckily, all it took was one snide remark from a fellow American over the validity of an NBA championship to make our greatest athletes lock in against the world at large.
Is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? What
the fuck?
Please like and subscribe, and thank you to the fastest man in the world for making this video possible. Now, this won't be a video about Team USA's chances at gold because, needless to say, just like Sha'Carri Richardson and Michael Phelps, they're pretty high. Today, we'll be comparing the Dream Team with the
world champion of what
team so I can develop a concrete opinion on who's better because, as of right now, I'm not educated enough to make that call. We're gonna break these rosters into 3 different sections: aging veterans, players in their prime, and young players. These are the old guys for the Dream Team. You know, just 2 consensus top 10 players of all time. No big deal. Tough to compete with that, I'd say. Oh, as much as I want to give Magic and Bird their flowers, it's tough to ignore what these players have done in recent memory. Curry, LeBron, and Durant are still extremely productive players this late in their career. And Jrue Holiday just won another championship. The 2 guys on the left were really starting to feel the effects of their age at this point, and we're in the midst of being victims of Michael Jordan's dynasty. Team 2024 wins this round, but not unanimously. But this is a unanimous decision. Young players. Yeah, let's get real. Christian Laettner was on this team because Michael didn't fuck with Isaiah Thomas. Edwards and Halliburton both just had breakout seasons where they made it to the conference finals. It's not close. The Noah Lyles Petty squad takes round 2. But Team USA has their work cut out for them going into round 3. Prime players. So this is what our current roster has to offer in terms of prime talent. These are the best American-born players between the ages of 26 and 31. Besides Jaylen Brown, but he's getting the Isaiah Thomas treatment. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not that impressed. The best player here is either Cameroon-born Joel Embiid, who just wanted a free gold medal, or Jason Tatum, and I wouldn't even say that he's obviously the best player on his own team. So let's look at the Dream Team's prime players. Oh my god! Stockton, Malone, Drexler, Mullen, Ewing, Robertson.
Did I really just say fucking Robertson? Fucking Robinson!
Barkley, Pippen, and Jordan. It doesn't take a basketball historian to realize how stacked this team was with players in their prime. Fuck the first 2 rounds because round 3 is a knockout. It's no secret that the way basketball is played has changed pretty drastically since the 90s, and well, it's 'cause of this motherfucker. He just so happens to be playing on this team as well. Now ultimately, the reason that the Steph Curry revolution even happened is pretty simple. Playing this way spaces the floor, is more difficult to defend, and obviously, 3 is greater than 2. This has allowed scoring in the NBA to increase precipitously. Compare that to the 90s, where the league had moments that looked more like American football, and getting 3 points was usually done at the free throw line. Defense truly mattered in this era, and as a result, a lot of NBA games ended with scorelines like this. This is a score that we see at halftime in some Atlanta Hawks games today. So obviously, the Dream Team must have had some trouble scoring in the Olympics, right? Well... no. They played a weirdly dominant tournament on both sides of the ball. They truly imposed their physicality and athleticism on each of their opponents, and the score lines showed precisely that. Now for the current team, we've had a good few games at this point to see how this team plays, and I think it's fair to say that their defense leaves a lot to be desired. And there's no way that these guys could have matched the physicality of the Dream Team under any circumstances. The Dream Team has a superior play style. Now last and certainly least, we're going to be comparing these two teams based on aura, which is like some Zoomer shit. Aura, the energy that you emit on this earth. We can't see this, but we can feel it. So the players with the most aura on each team are obviously Christian Laettner and Derek White.
What the fuck?
LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Now, if I was in a room today and my idol, LeBron James, walked into that room completely unannounced, I would literally shit my pants. Now, say it's 1992 and Michael Jordan did the exact same thing, I would shit my pants so hard that I would be shitting everyone else's pants around me by proxy. LeBron is arguably the most famous person on Earth. Back in '92, there was no argument. It was MJ. Shannon Sharpe said that he once shared an elevator with MJ, and it felt like he was levitating off the ground. That's the definition of aura. So MJ essentially hogs all of the aura on the Dream Team. And I would argue that LeBron doesn't even have the majority of it. I was once about 5 feet from Steph Curry at a game where I wasn't even rooting for him, and I was dumbstruck. Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards, Joel Embiid, I'd probably feel that exact same way if I met them in person. So the Dream Team's main star had more aura. The rest of the current squad has more aura, so what will break the tie? Fucking team pictures. I mean, this is a nice picture, but it looks a lot like they're in high school and somebody's mom is taking the photo. Will the Dream Team be able to compete? Can somebody tell me why these guys just look like they descended from the kingdom of heaven? Professional, well-lit, iconic. This might be one of the best pictures ever taken. And it makes this pic look like it was taken on a Motorola Razr. That's 3 of 3. The Dream Team takes this one. On paper. Now, as much as the Dream Team objectively shits on the 2024 team, we really won't be able to make that call until the Olympics are over. In 1992, Team USA won each game by an average of 44 points. And really just made the Olympics into a global branding tour. That's not to say that today's team won't do that last part, but I think winning each game by 44 points is a bit steep. Like I said, the global game has grown tremendously since the 90s, and I think it would be fair to grade these guys on a curve. I'd say if they can average a 30-point margin of victory throughout this tournament, I'll be ready to hand them the crown over the Dream Team. But quite frankly, I don't think the crown will be moving anywhere in the next 2 weeks. All this group is gonna get is a gold medal and a free trip to Paris. Prove me wrong.